everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza, and if you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So before we get started, if you like my video at the end, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my content because I'm really trying to grow this particular channel. But if you're looking for like some planning and journaling content, you have to go to my journaling YouTube, which is Eliza Journals, and I can link everything below in the description. So today, as you can see, yeah, I have a little bit of a problem. Well, I really don't have a problem, but I really had been wanting these particular books. They have been on my Instagram wish list for like a super long time. And I really actually tried to get the particular books that I'm going to show you. I really had been trying to get these particular books since for like a couple months. But what ended up happening was I was buying other books instead of getting the ones that I really wanted to get. And then I also went on, I tried to look around to like, you know, like the secondhand bookstores, like the thrift bookstores, like Second and Charles, half price books. I even went on thriftbooks.com, and I did not, like, I saw some books on thriftbooks.com. However, they were actually the same price as the new book. So basically I was like, well, I'm just gonna actually buy the book, the newer one, because it doesn't make sense to buy a secondhand book and the price is the same as the newer one. So I'm actually going to start unboxing all of these packages because, y'all, I have these three and then these three boxes. So we're gonna get started because I don't want this video to be too long. I'm really trying to shoot for my videos being like 40 minutes, especially like my unboxing videos. Okay, so we are actually going to start with these because these are the easiest to open. I'm going to start with the one that's already open. I did already open one of them. Sorry y'all, I literally have like an astigmatism in my left eye, so it leaks like all the time. So don't mind me if y'all keep seeing me like wipe the tear from my eyes. So this one, so I opened this one the other day because this one actually came last week. I hate that Amazon just don't put these all together in like a one box. I really hate the fact that they like send one and then two the next day and then three. It's like, just put them all together. So they didn't even give me the option to actually like have all the packages in like a one box because I ended up ordering my son like a laptop for school. So when I ordered that, I ordered the books as well. Of course, the laptop came first, and then they were sending the books like separately, which is like really dumb. But I ended up getting Hail Mary by Andy Ware, and I've actually heard some really great things about this book. So I don't know if you've ever heard anything about this book. I ended up getting the audio, but I really just didn't want to listen to the audio version because this has a lot of like, I guess, scientific jargon. And when it has like a lot of detailed educational jargon, I really like to have the physical copy of the book so that I can actually like understand, like physically understand like what I'm reading. So I ended up picking up the book, and a lot of people have given this 4 to 5 stars. So I'm only going to read pretty much like the first 2 sentences. So Ryland Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish, except that right now he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. So I'm actually excited to like get into this because I've been wanting to read this for a while. This will literally be out of my genre because y'all know my genre is like really thrillers, but I'm trying to get into some science fiction, which a good author that writes science fiction, but a good author that actually writes science fiction is Octavia Butler, but that's not this video. So that's that book. Okay, so I am back. Sorry, I had to go answer the door. The doorbell rang. I was like, who is this? Okay, so I'm gonna open up this one. Y'all, they waste so much paper. I'm literally like, y'all just need to send all this stuff together because y'all waste so much paper. sending people packages. And usually, y'all, I'm not sure if y'all do this, but I usually actually keep these because I usually mail things to like friends and things. Especially when I have like fountain pen ink swaps. I usually keep these because they're kind of protected, and I usually use these to mail things. So sometimes I keep them, recycle them. Okay, so in these two packages are books from James Baldwin. So these books were actually the books that I was talking about. These have been on my TBR for months, y'all. So I absolutely love James Baldwin. If you've never read any of his books, the book that I actually recommend that you read first is Go Tell It on the Mountain. Once you read that book, y'all, I'm telling you, you will not be the same. James Baldwin is literally a life changer. His writing is so magical. It's very poetic. It's very intellectual. And y'all, he was like, when I say like his books are amazing, they are a page turner, a page grabber. And I really love that he writes based on like his experiences as a Black gay male, and as well as during the era that he was born, there was a lot of like social injustice, racism. I mean, y'all, I cannot express how much I absolutely love James Baldwin. So therefore I bought Nobody Knows My Name, and then I got No Name in the Street. So I absolutely just love his writing. His writing is just, y'all, it's amazing. Like, it's so amazing. And the other books that I have read is called Another Country and Giovanni's Room. Y'all, those books, amazing. Okay, so the next two was, so this is also by James Baldwin. Oh, no, they didn't. I know they didn't do my book like that. It's kind of big. So this is called Across Islands and Oceans, James Baldwin. Oh, it has pictures in it. So it has pictures, maps. Let's see. So this book says Across Islands and Oceans is the memoir of 25-year-old James Baldwin and his epic 2-year solo circumnavigation in Atom, his trusty but aging 28-foot sailboat. Early on, and as broke as he dared to be, James determined not only to sail around the world, but to hike across every island that he visits. His adventure is not merely an attempt to seek thrills, nor even to tempt death, but rather a voyage of discovery as he set out in the direction of his youthful dreams to meet the life that he imagined. So I'm assuming this is about him and his ex. So I'm assuming this is about him and like his traveling. So of course I can't wait to read this because I know it's going to be good. And then this is by Brandon Massey called The Other Brother. So I read one of his books called The Exes. It was amazing. It was definitely a psychological thriller to actually read. And I actually will recommend that book. That book is like really good. So if you're familiar with Shanora Williams' psychological thrillers, he literally is like her brother. So if you know what that means, you know that his books are really, really good. And that book was like really, really good. So it prompted me to actually just order like a physical book. And I ordered this one, and I actually ordered 2 more books, The Quiet Ones and Nana. So I haven't read those yet, but after I read The Exes, I just decided to get another one of his books. So I'm super excited to read this one. Now we're going to open up the boxes. And I think I'm most excited to read the James Baldwin books because I love his writing style. And his writing style is literally poetry. It's like poetry in like a novel. It's just like poetry like in like a novel style. I don't know, like that man is like, he was gifted. When I say a gifted writer, because I can't write like that. I can journal like that. I can decorate my planners and journals like how he writes, but to put like everything into words like he does. Absolutely not. So these are more James Baldwin books. So this one, if you saw my bookish video, I saw this one at Books A Million, but that thing was like $20, and I was like, oh no, I'm not getting that. And I think I paid like $12 on Amazon for this because it was only like 81 pages. So that's $12 is a little bit better. So this is called James Baldwin, Nothing Personal. And let's see, I'm glad this isn't bent up. So this is an essay on social isolation, race, and police brutality, presented here for the first time as a standalone volume. Is an incisive and relevant today as it was at the height of the civil rights movement. So this is an essay. So he did also write a lot of essays, which are now into books. And actually you can get some of his collected essays and novels in like one book form. So I saw that they were selling those. Of course they were like a little bit more. They were like $30-$40, but you can actually get kind of like 3 of his novels in like one little book, a collection of his essays in one little book. But to be honest, I actually like to buy them separately because it's just more exciting to just have them separately in like its own cover. So this one is called Going to Meet the Man. So these are like short stories, which I already know it's going to be good. I mean, because James Baldwin is just amazing. So this says, the men and women in these 8 short fiction grasp the truth on an elemental level, and their stories as told by James Baldwin detail the ingenuous and often desperate ways in which they try to keep their heads above water. So I know I'm gonna love this because I literally love everything the man writes, okay? So as y'all see all that they put in line, they put those little books in the box, in these big old boxes. So basically this was a James Baldwin haul, okay? So these are 2 more James Baldwin books. So this one is The Cross of Redemption. These are some of his uncollected writings. It says a revelation of an American literary master, a gathering of essays, articles, polemics, reviews, and interviews uncollected during James Baldwin's lifetime. In The Cross of Redemption, Baldwin discourses on, among other subjects, the possibility of an African-American president and what it might mean, the hypocrisy of American religious fundamentalism, the Black church in America, Black nationalism, anti-Semitism, the blues, and boxing, and on and on. So absolutely love that. And then this is Tell Me How Long the Train's Been Gone. So this is about James Baldwin has created one of his most striking characters, a man struggling to become himself even as he juggles multiple identities. Black man, bisexual, and artist in the mercilessly footlit stage of American public life. At the height of his theatrical career, the actor Leo Proudhammer is nearly felled by a heart attack. As he hovers between life and death, Baldwin shows the choices that have made him inviolably famous and terrifyingly vulnerable. So there is actually one book that in like 2, maybe 3 more weeks that I am going to order that I did not even see when I ordered these, because I was really going through the internet. I was looking on Google, going through the internet, trying to see like which books Amazon had that I could get my hands on. So like I said, I did see some of them on thriftbooks.com, but by the time I actually purchased those, I could just buy the full price. I could actually just buy the ones on Amazon because they were the same price for secondhand books. And to be honest, I really don't want any secondhand James Baldwin books. I mean, I do have like 2 of them, but that was when like I first got into his works. So I absolutely, now that I've like read his books, I don't want any secondhand James Baldwin books. So when yeah, so when I kind of like noticed, okay, I'm absolutely like in love with his writing, I was like, I just want like fresh new books. And I really, y'all know what I really wish? I really wish that I can actually get the editions that were published like during his lifetime. That would be really cool, because I would love to see how the covers actually look versus them being like modified to like a modern version. So that would actually be really cool to like get books that actually looked the way they were when they were originally published. So there was one book that is in my cart. I think someone was selling like an autographed version of the book for like, and we don't even know if it's really his signature. And they were selling it for like $60. But I'm like, I don't know about that. So the last two books, of course, this is another James Baldwin book. This is called The Amen Corner. And this says, for years, Sister Margaret Alexander has moved Harlem congregation with a mixture of personal charisma and ferocious piety. But when Margaret's estranged husband, a scapegoat jazz musician, comes home to die, she is in danger of losing both her standing. She is in danger of losing both her standing in the church and the son she has tried to keep on the godly path. So I already know this is going to be good. And this is actually a play. So if you like look in it, so if you see that, it's like a play, which is really cool. So, okay, now the final book is a book that has been on my Libby for like a month, like maybe a month and a half. And I'm like, man, I really want to read this book, because I think I have the audio on Libro FM. So I think I have the audio, but I also want to immersive read. So I want to read the physical book as well, or even just read in tandem. So I decided to just go ahead and buy the book. So it was actually more on sale now than it was during Prime Day. So I actually caught this book. It's called Bury My Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I actually got this for $16. And y'all know, if y'all go into like any regular price bookstore or even any independent bookstore, it's like $30. So I was like, okay, this is $16. I can't beat that. And I just decided to get this from Amazon, which I'm like super excited. And it did not come, or it does not come in paperback form yet. So I decided, y'all know how I feel about hardcovers. I don't like them. Ugh. But I decided to just go ahead and get this. And it says signed edition, which I don't really care. I mean, this will be like my first time ever reading something by V.E. Schwab. I do have the Invisible, what is it called? The Invisible something of Addie LaRue. I do have that on my Kindle Unlimited, but I haven't read it yet. But I think I want to read this one first, since I have the physical copy. So and although a lot of people have, and I know a lot of people have said that this book is like really good, and it looks really good. So I decided, like, I want to just try to step out of my comfort authors, if y'all know what I mean. So if y'all seen my previous videos, y'all know what I mean by like my comfort authors. So this book says 1532, Santo Domingo de la Calzada. A young girl grows up wild and willy. Her beauty is only outmatched by her dreams of escape, but Maria knows she can only ever be a prize, a pawn in the games played by men. When an alluring stranger offers an alternative path, Maria makes a desperate choice. She vows to have no regrets. So it says, this is a story about hunger, about love, about rage. This is a story about life, how it ends and how it starts. So I know it's about three young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high, one grows deep, and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. So this seems like it's going to be super good. And y'all know I like to read books when the hype is over. So I haven't really been hearing people talk about the book for the last couple weeks. So now that no one's talking about the book, I actually want to like read this. So it may not be on my September TBR, but I'm just super happy to actually have gotten this book. So that is actually everything that I got from Amazon last week. And then I do have another book haul coming out, another book haul. A 29 book outlet book haul this time. And that is probably going to be my last book haul because it's getting out of control. I already have 293 books without these. No, I think I have 300 books that I have accumulated while being here. And my son is like, how are you moving all this stuff back home when we move back? But anyway, so basically it's ridiculous how many books I have. I love physical books. I love the way that they smell. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I love the way that they smell. And y'all, my second career choice was to be a librarian. However, I just thought like I was going to be a marriage and family therapist, and my life has not turned out that way. So I don't know. I'm thinking of doing like a whole career change, but I don't want to have to go back to school to do that. And I already know like getting another master's degree, that's a lot of money. So I really don't know what I want to do. Like, I really want to be a librarian, but I don't want to go back to school, you know. So I don't know, but I'm about to be 40 as y'all can see. So I'm really about to be 40, and I really want to make some life changes with my career. And I just really wish I would have went to school to just be a librarian from the beginning, because I just love reading. I love books. I just love everything about being around books. But anyway, if you stayed to the end of the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my content. Put a book emoji in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye. So these were the books that I was actually talking about. And I absolutely